You ever wonder if subjecting your body to extreme temperatures could actually improve your health? I actually went and tried it myself. I challenged myself of 30 days of contrast therapy. I decided let's see for ourselves what the hype was all about, and the results were actually so interesting. Let's hop into it. First of all, if you like health stuff, I put out weekly videos about fitness, supplementation, and experimenting with the latest health trends. So if you like this type of content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow this baby. Let's dive into the challenge. First of all, if you don't know what is contrast therapy, it is basically known as hot and cold therapy as well. Put it simply, just doing the sauna then cold shower afterwards and repeating those two for 3 rounds at least in one session. So sauna, cold shower, then sauna and cold shower, then sauna and cold shower, all in one session. We're talking 5 minutes here and 5 minutes here, 5 minutes here and 5 minutes here, and so on. A big question always comes here, which one should we start with? And for sure it's the heat. We start with the sauna first, then the cold shower. I don't know exactly why, but Dr. Andrew Huberman said so. We just follow through, baby. He also talked about the biggest benefits of the contrast therapy, which includes an improved blood circulation, improved overall recovery every day, and a big positive shift in your everyday mood. So after I heard them say all of that, I had to try it for myself. And not just try it for 2 or 3 days, I had to take my time with it, at least give it 30 days to actually test it. And the results were actually shocking. Day 1. My initial experience with it was that I was actually rushing it. I was skeptical, not gonna lie, so I went in the sauna at the highest temperature. I didn't take my time with it. I basically went in without the best mental approach. I was rushing it and obviously I fell down short. The first sauna session didn't actually even complete 3 minutes because I went on the highest heat, 70 degrees Celsius. So after 3 minutes in the 70 degrees Celsius, I couldn't take it anymore and I left. That wasn't the best experience and I hopped into the shower, cold shower for sure, and I was actually surprised that it was a good feeling after all of that heat. I only did 1 round and I realized the hard way that I had to gradually ease my way into it. Do it step by step. Start with a low time and a low temperature in the sauna, then increase it session by session, day by day, 30 seconds time wise and 5 degrees heat wise. The shocking part in the first week was that I actually thought I would hate the cold part, but I actually loved it that much after the heat and I was looking forward to it. It was surprisingly mood lifting and refreshing, so I was so excited to continue to experiment with it more and more. Day 9. At this point, I was doing it daily. Heat and cold, heat and cold, heat and cold. 3 rounds every day after my training session and slowly increasing the time in the sauna and the heat in the sauna, then doing the cold exposure. All the way up until I got to 12 minutes in the sauna at 70 degrees Celsius, around day 6 or so. And immediately after, I went for the cold shower from 5 to 10 minutes roughly. To be honest, at this point, second week, I was feeling some positive difference in my recovery and my overall mood every day, but it was obviously felt in the first 5 days, then slowly decreased in the second half of the first week. It quickly became meh, you know. My body adapted to it so quickly, a lot sooner than I expected. So I decided then to dial it down a bit, and instead of doing it daily, I should do it every other day or once every 2 days. So 2 to 3 times a week. And by the way, one unexpected difference I felt that I was actually so dry and so lean, and it's obviously should be expected, but I'm stupid. I didn't realize that it's gonna make a lot of difference, but it did massively. I was a lot leaner and drier than usual, so the motivation were a lot higher and I wanted to see what could actually happen if I push it further. So if you're trying this, my tip so far is ease your way into it, especially in the first week. Don't rush it, just do 1 round, then the second to the 5th day just do 2 rounds, then actually increase the time and actually increase the heat in the sauna and do 3 rounds. Don't rush into it because you will hate it in the beginning. Day 17. In my 3rd week, I decided to switch it up a little bit. The cold shower was so boring to me, so I decided to do the pool if the pool was cold enough. And it was actually amazing. Getting some sun, and the pool was relatively cold, but not obviously cold enough. But it was doable. After doing it every other day for a whole week, I was feeling the mood lifting effect again, and I was seeing legendary recovery scores on my Whoop app. I'm not kidding, I was reaching new heights recovery wise. I was more than half of the week above 90 90% and my HRV went above 190. Daily HRV was a lot higher the range than normal, and daily RHR was a lot lower the range than normal. And even after reducing the frequency from every day to every other day, I was still lean, relatively leaner than usual, and I was always veiny and dry, and I loved it. And actually, to be honest, nobody talked about that effect specifically in the reviews I saw online. They took it for granted as if it's not massively obvious, but it drastically changes your body appearance wise if you're relatively starting at a lean point. It's not gonna make a lot of effect if you're above 15% body fat, but if you're around 11 to 10% body fat, you will see a big difference. Day 27. At this point, that routine, the contrast therapy, was a big part of my weekly activities. I was looking forward to it every week. 2 to 3 times a week was enough for me, and I loved the effects I saw afterwards. Every time I did it, the next day I was feeling the best, like a new man, and I was feeling the benefits mood-wise and recovery-wise. It was amazing. Granted, it's less obvious than the start, the shocking part. You get used to it, but you still notice it. It's still noticeable than your average daily life before. So in conclusion, do I recommend it? Yes, absolutely. I will continue to do it in the coming future as a big part of my active rest days, and it will play a big part in my bulking phase coming soon, and I will keep you notified if something else happens, any updates or something. If you found this video helpful, please drop me a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow this baby, and if you're gonna try it yourself, please tell me in the comments what effects did you notice and will you continue on it or not. And as we always say, Mikhail is always rooting for you, baby. I'll see you in the next one.